Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now at a 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. 319. 319. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Throwing is Allen on third. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now Allen throwing on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Allen. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Well, he had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? And he's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Allen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. First down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. On second down, it's McCoy. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
11.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
11.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play, because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And here come the Bills. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. A give to McCoy. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Set! 319! 319!
To throw on second down. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And it's third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
The Bills on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Allen to throw on second down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Bills on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Allen. Open man is Uzama. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. First target, first catch, and a first down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen to throw. Operating from the gun. Looking downfield for Jones. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Allen now throwing again. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From midfield, here's Allen. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
No. Check. Patriot.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Danny Amendola on the return. And he's got Danny Amendola. He's going to go. The 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Danny Amendola, 87 yards. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He sets to fire deep. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone!
Allen will try again on 2nd down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. McCoy's got the first down and more. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. Now McCoy. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills will extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Now Amendola. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Gone!
to the air. Allen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. This give is to McCoy. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Bills on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Got a man open, that's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Garoppolo looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10.
God!
start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Bills on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Allen. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He's going to let one go deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Parker unable to get that one.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Looks to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look, credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now Balaj. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In for the score. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen on 1st down. And shutting through the tackle. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Another carry tonight for McCoy. He's been the workhorse. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Back now in Miami. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So now here come the Dolphins, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on 3rd. 63 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Now he's forced out left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that kicks first.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play here for the Bills. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Taken down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Here you go now.
On third down, here's McCoy. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Garoppolo looks to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
12.
On first down, Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36. Pushing his way through. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Buffalo, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
You